you go and you handle this affair and this and that and the other, and then the next day you leave your house and on your way to work you have an accident. And you don't understand what the hell. Damn, I had that. You, as soon as you stepped on your own toes and crossed your own will and stepped on yourself and said, screw you and what you want to do and screw you and what you're going through, talking to yourself, because this is the impact that it has on your psyche. It's like, I don't even matter to you, is what your psyche is saying. You don't care about me. You're doing everybody else but me. Well, if you don't care about me, then I don't care about you. This is the inner unconscious dialogue in your psyche. You stepped on yourself, stepped on your own toes, crossed your own will, doing something that was anti-everything you were feeling at the moment. And now you go out the next day, you have an auto accident. Later on, you have an argument with some coworker. And on your way home, you get pulled over, you get a damn ticket. And then before you get out of your car on your way in the house, your purse gets snatched. And it's like, what the hell? Why am I having such bad luck? It's not that you're having bad luck. What it is you crossed your will. And as soon as you did what you did not want to do against your will, now it's different if you, oh, this is my only brother, I got to go. That's different because that's something you want to do. If your mom calls and you want to do this, it's a different story. But if it's like, oh, man, I don't want to deal with this shit, out you go, stepping on your own toes, you create a crack and a crevice in your astral protective field that some people call an aura or an energy field, and as soon as you create that rift in your ball of energy, everybody else that feels like kicking you as a dog today can kick you because the hole is open. And you opened it yourself. Now, what I'm trying to help you guys comprehend is, if you follow how energy works, and you know that energy follows thought. A thought is a thing. It's like a magnet. The things you're thinking attract atomic particles to them and start manifesting what you're looking for or what you're wanting in the physical. Most of the things that I have not paid for them. Most of the things that I paid for, I did not pay much for them. But the order of business is to determine what the hell you want. I'm going to give you an example. I have a sister, and everybody that's a listener to me, you guys know I have what you call white relatives. One of the sisters I have that is what you would call the whitest of the relatives, the one that passes the most for white every day, blonde, pale eye, I don't know, hazel, greenish, blue eyes. When you talk to her, it's like, hi, how are you doing? How are you doing? You don't know what you're dealing with when you talk to her. You don't really realize this is a sister unless you back her in a corner, then all that nigga shit starts coming out. However, I was dealing with her, and she may not like me talk, but I'm not going to give you the name of which sister this is so you won't know. She wanted a man, and I asked her what kind of man she wanted. She did like everybody does. I don't want this, I don't want that. Same with a car. I want a car. What kind of car do you want? I don't know. I just want a car. And I'll give you guys some examples of that as time goes on. The things that I have manifested that was not what I meant, but it is what I said, which is why I don't ask for much, and I never ask for money. And whenever I do, I make the mistake of telling people about it. If you ask for something or you put something out there, the first order of business when you put a request out into the omniverse is to shut your damn mouth and not tell anybody about it until after it has manifested and it is in your hands. Then you can tell everybody about what you did and how you got it. But do not tell anybody about what it is you want and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to manifest before you've actually manifested it, especially if you're doing energy work to get it. But when she told me what kind of man she didn't want, I said, okay, what kind of man do you want? She said, I don't know. And this is so typical of everybody about everything in life. What kind of job do you want? Oh, I just want a job. Really? What kind of car do you want? I just want to get off this bus. Really? So when I said to her, I said, you're typical, and that's okay. Figure out for me what kind of man you want. She said, I don't have any clue. I said, this is how you figure out what you want. You take a sheet of paper and you write on the sheet of paper, think back on all the lovers you've had, all the men you've had, and for men, all the women you've had. Or if it's a car, all the cars you've had. And I want you to write on this list, is what I'm telling my sister, and this is instruction for you also. I want you to put down what you want and base it on what you've experienced in the past, because that's the best resource to pull from. Not the imaginary bullshit on TV, your real-life experiences, if they've been good. Even if you had some guy that used to beat the hell out of you, what was it that you liked about this guy? You need to be able to say, well, I'd love to have a man that, when he shows up at my door, he brings me roses and teddy bears and flowers and candy the way so-and-so used to do. I'd love to have a man that when we go out, he holds my doors the way so-and-so used to do. I'd love to have a man that when I talk, he really gives a damn what I'm saying. He wants to hear what I have to say the way so-and-so used to do. If you got to go through 10, 20 different guys, even if it's got to be, let's say it wasn't a lover. I like a man that makes me feel special, the way my dad used to do. Whatever it is that you have to use as a resource, you create a list of what you do want based on your experiences. Well, I'd like to have a car that had a T-top the way my so-and-so car had. I'd love to have a car where when I get in the car and I want to open or unlock the door, I don't have to reach all the way across the seat and break my back trying to lift up the lever. So it'd be nice to have something where I can open it from the driver's side, or whatever the case may be. I don't want the little doorknobs that you have to roll down because, when it's hot, I have to pull over and stop driving and lean across the seats. Get clear about what the hell you want. Too many people know exactly what they don't want. Almost no one knows what they do want. Now, I'm going to give you another example of, that's what I'm still talking about my sister. She created this list. I said, take all the time you need. It might take you a day, might take you a week, might take you 2 weeks. I want you to write down the great things about guys that you've dated in the past and, what it is you like about them. I love the way this guy made me feel in the bed or whatever the case may be. So she created this list. And when she was done, she came and said, okay, I'm done with my list. I've created it. I said, are you sure? And she said, yes. I said, you've completed the list, and everything that matters about this man is on this list. I'm telling you, because once you create this man on paper, because thoughts are things, the paper and you reading the paper is going to start creating the thought that's going to put out the magnet that's going to draw the atoms and molecules of this cat toward you. So are you sure about your list? She said, yes. I said, look at it one more time, and then let me know. Are you sure? And she looked at it and she said, yeah, everything is on here. I said, okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you, when you wake up in the morning, I want you to look at the list and read over it. And if you see anything that you need to change, change it. When you go to bed at night, I want you to look over this list and, go to sleep or whatever, get your quickening, whatever the case may be. And, once you have it clear, once you've looked at that list and you can almost know what that is on that list without looking at it, then I want you to stop looking at it and just wait for this man. Now, I'm telling you now, you are going to trip over him or he's going to bump into you or some kind of way this man is going to come into your life as big and bold as life itself. He's going to come to you. So and it usually happens very, very quickly. Within 2 weeks, this man presented himself. And she came home one day because I was staying with her at the time, and she said, oh, my God, Yaffa, girl, I think I met this guy that we were talking about, because, she also put the physical characteristics. I want him to have the skin color of so-and-so and the complexion of such. This guy was everything that she had on the list. He wanted to take her on trips. He wanted to pay her way and fly her around the country and this kind of thing and the other thing, and this was what she wanted. So she was so happy with this man. She loved talking to him on the phone. They talked for hours at a time. He loved to hear her talk. He was everything that she desired. They went out a couple of dates, and then one day she came in and she was like, I don't even want this man no more. I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean you don't want this man no more? She said, he is not what I wanted. I said, wait a minute, hold up. You told me this man was everything on your list, and she said he is. But he's missing something. I said, what the hell is he missing? She said, his penis is too damn small. I said, what? I said, what the hell does that have to do with anything? Why is that important? She said, oh, that shit is major. That's major. You know, he's got a little bitty dick. That's real important. I said, well, was it on your list? And she said, no. I said, well, what the hell? How can that be so important and it's not on your list? Well, I didn't think I needed to put that. I said, I told you to put every damn thing you wanted from this man on this list. If the size of his phallus was so important and so significant to you, that should have been at the top somewhere. And she said, damn. But that one little thing shot him down as the man of her dreams, and now they're just friends, if they're even that anymore. And that's just a prime example of your thoughts are things that make things happen because they're like magnets that draw things to you. And most people, the bad things that are happening in your life, you're drawing them to you one way or another by either stepping on yourself or by your stinking thinking or by your incomplete ideas of what you want. Now, when you comprehend that your thoughts produce these mental vibrations that emanate from you and can never be lost, somewhere out there they're going to manifest something. And it's either going to come to you as a problem, or it's going to come to you incomplete, or it's going to come to you as exactly what you thought. That's why I always tell people, I don't ask for too much of anything, because I always get what I ask for. What you have to comprehend is, when you're asking for things, what are you asking for? And since you're speaking it in English, that's a real problem, because half the time you don't even know what you're saying. So many people that have these things going wrong in their life, they are things that you yourself invoked by something that you said, some thought that you had that was all wrong, or because you stepped on your own 2 feet and you opened the door for everybody to step on your feet also. Those are the 3 things that I'm trying to stress and get as clearly across to you as I can get across to you. Now, once you understand that this energy creates a force, and the force that your thought creates an energy. Your thought is an energy, okay? It produces energy. And the energy creates a force that's moving atoms and molecules. It's like a magnet. And in some instances, it's like a pole. It's reaching out. So it's reaching out in some instances and pulling in other instances. This action that is produced by this force, which is created by this energy that is a thing produced by your thoughts. If you comprehend that all of that energy and all of that action produces vibrations that cannot be lost or destroyed unless by the emitter, then you comprehend how these demonic forces and these demonic people are coming to be, because these vibrations of thought become elemental forms out in the cosmic, out in the cosmos. And your thoughts, like if you're thinking about someone, at some point your thoughts on that person are going to land on that person. Now, if you're thinking about someone, for example, and they're very, very busy, they're at work, they're all tied up in their work and whatever, at the moment that they get a breather, whether they're at work when they get this breather, at home when they get this breather, in the tub, or watching a movie, or whenever they get and all the distraction and the noise inside of their energy field subsides, your thought of them is going to land on them. And it's going to make them think about you, because you're thinking about them. That's what people call this telepathic thinking. But it's not any kind of magic. The thought form is emanating from you across the waves of time and space onto the person you're thinking about. That is one of the reasons why sometimes when you call people, they go, girl, I was just thinking about you. Me and my homegirl, Lady Ma'at, I'm a Libra, she's a Libra. I'm born October 15th, she's born October 13th. We're so in sync with one another telepathically. There was one incident that I will never forget. I thought about